All right, so we're going to do 3 myths and 3 musts. And the reason I organized it this way is social fundraising isn't brand new, but we're in kind of the innovation stage of market development. And there are people that have gone before. And what I tell my I tell my team all the time is, if people have gone before, copy.
Yeah. Steal.
Copy. If it works, copy it. I mean, they've done stuff, they spent time and effort and energy on a whole bunch of stuff that didn't work. So don't copy that. But they also did some stuff that did work, copy that. More of what works, less of what doesn't work. Right? And then once you're at the forefront, then you can do stuff that's different. Then you can experiment and kind of rapidly go through new ideas. But if there's already stuff out there that works, steal it. Who said that? That was good. Steal it. Steal it. 60% of the time, people are logged into one or more social profiles while they're surfing around the web. Okay? So we live in a social world. So I'm going to focus on how do we succeed at social fundraising, meaning in the new world of the social web, how do we raise money online, and how can we make sure we do more of what works and less of what doesn't work. All right. Myth number 1. That's an awesome picture, huh? Anybody know where that is? Anyone know?
In the middle of the desert.
In Marfa.
It is in Marfa, Texas. Myth number 2. Like and share buttons do not a social experience make. No more than a pair of cleats make a soccer player. Or a marble fountain in front of a ranch turns it into a palace. Social is an experience, and it has to be built as an experience. It's not an afterthought. Like and share buttons are awesome, but it's not enough. So one thing you can do when you go home to your offices, ask yourself and ask your team, and, look at the pages that you have. How much of an experience, a social experience, do I have on my website? And does it go beyond just a like and a share button? And we're going to talk some more about what that go beyond would look like. But the point here is just that's not enough. It's good, but not enough. And the third myth is people are begging to unload their money and give it to you. Often we think because all the people we know, that we hang out with in the office, they're all believers in the mission. We're a believer in the mission, so everyone's a believer in the mission, right? And, whenever I launch something, everybody in my office can't wait to jump on it. Well, the problem is that's not a statistically significant sample. Just think about your life. Think about how busy, think about a typical day in your life. People are overwhelmed. There is so much going on, so many things asking for your time and your attention and your money. There's so many things you have to get to at any given day. Your to-do list is so long and so daunting, and you've got so many people kind of asking for another piece of you and another piece of you. Are you really anxious and begging for one more thing to ask something of you? What if they're asking you to help and it's going to take 15 minutes? What if it was going to take 10 minutes? 5 minutes? 30 seconds? Studies have shown that on the web, we have 2 seconds to convince someone that something is for them. Within 2 seconds, they'll decide that it's not for them, and sometimes a lot shorter than that, and they'll go away. If after 2 seconds they think it is for them, they'll keep reading, and then they'll say, okay, this is for me, let me read a little, okay, what do I do? They'll stay engaged. But after 2 seconds, they've made that initial decision. So if you want someone to do something for you, that's how much time you have to convince them that this might be for them. If you're asking them, If you're putting information out there that takes 15 minutes to read and digest, forget about it. Because they're not waiting and anxious. It's not like I have money sitting in my pocket that's so heavy that if I could just get rid of it, I'd love to give it away. Oh, thank you for putting that page up so that I can get rid of my money. That's not it. That's just not it. That said, they probably would care about your mission if you can communicate it crisply and clearly, and then if you can help them do something and if you can make it easy. Remember, 60% of US browsers are simultaneously logged into a social profile. Great. Grab their name. Grab their email address. Populate anything that you can. Make it easy for them to finish. This is not the time to get additional information or introduce additional friction or try to get really fancy or tricky about it. Like, they're trying to give you their money, so take it. We'll get their money, and then we'll get some additional information later. You can stay in touch with them. There's this thing called email, and there's other things you can stay engaged. Like, you can get that stuff, but not right now. Right now, you want to take the money. All right, so must number one, easy. But how did you get them to the page in the first place? You have to engage them emotionally. You have to get them emotionally involved. Look at this image of Nepal. It's a really interesting place. And let me read what Habitat's doing. Let me watch the video. You know what? I want to be involved. I'm inspired. But what about validation? Right? Is this like a real thing? Are other people doing it? Oh, my friends are. I've got some friends who are doing it, and they got some momentum, and they're hitting their goal. And okay, I'm inspired. Other people are doing it. It's a validated thing for me. What do I do? Think of how emotional it would be, though, if it weren't the brand reaching out to you, but if it were your friend, Win, who's going on a trip to Nepal to build houses. And he says, you know what, I'm looking for sponsors. I'm going on a trip to Nepal. I'm really excited about it. Well, wait a second. You mean Win, like from high school? Like Win? Like Win, my old friend buddy that I hung out with all the time, Win? Easy. Here's $50. I don't even know what you're doing. Here's $50. Because you're Win. Or, that looks really cool, man. Here's $100. Or, I care a lot about Habitat and I have for a long time. Here's $500. Now I can channel it through a friend. Now I'm tapping into emotions like love and respect and friendship. Because it's personal. Because Win. Right? Okay. So, final, last but not least, must is engaging. Another time to pull out your donation experience, either the page that they make the donation on or the page that they click on to get to the donation experience, and ask yourself, is it engaging? Do I give them an opportunity to enter the conversation? Can they have a conversation? Do they see their friends there? Can they make new friends there? Can they post stuff there? Photos, videos, comments. Can they like or comment on other people's posts? Can they see whether people are responding to them? Engaging means a conversation. It's a dialogue. It's I want to be part of something. Remember, I didn't hate my money. I wanted to be part of something. That's why I got involved. And to be part of something, I have to belong. I have to be in a community. And community sites are built in such a way that when I put a little part of myself out there, I'm now invested. Like, I now care. I'm interested. If we want to do more of what works and less of what doesn't work, this is some of the stuff we know works. But there's not all these E's are created equal. There's really only one E that matters. Effective, right? Effective. So, if we're not getting the results that we want, if we're not getting the conversions that we want, if 94 out of every 100 people that visit our donation page are disappearing before they can get something done, then we didn't quite get the formula right. we can mess with the formula. But in general, these are principles that have proven to be true. Easy, emotional, and engaging is going to help you be effective at raising money online and the social web today. So for all of you who are planning to grow your online fundraising, follow the leaders in what works, and grow your online fundraising in the social world this year. Good luck and rock on.